Everyone, I am going to do the reading for Scorpio on my computer today. I do note that I still get people saying they can't hear me on the other systems. I have to say to you that I have tried direct to YouTube, taping and loading to YouTube with a microphone and without a microphone, and people still aren't getting it, that it isn't anything to do with me. It's the way that the videos upload or the way that the system takes my videos. So 90% of people, probably more than that, seem to get the readings okay. I just have some people who say they can't hear. It's quite interesting, not really sure what to do about it. Sometimes people can be quite rude about it, but I don't feel that there's anything more I can do. So I'm going to do them on the computer for a little while. The thing is with the computer, I can't tip it to show you the layout. So I'll put the cards up for you to see, but that's all there is. So if you're going to complain about the layout, then I'm going to be just frustrated as all because I'm not sure how to approach it. So let's see how we go with the online readings. This is direct to my computer, which has a fantastic sound system. I don't get any concerns or complaints when I upload them on the other channels. So I'm going to try this one for a while and see how it goes. All right, so we're doing the reading for the lovely sign of Scorpio. Ordinarily, I would have this next to me so you could see that, but I can't put it up for you. So I'm going to have to look at perhaps having some way of displaying the camera on the screen, but see whether I can get around to that or not. But anyway, moving on. So thank you so much for subscribing to my channel, and even more love to you if you're subscribed to all of my channels. I don't talk about the life coaching channel because I don't always get the time to go over and do that. And I know that people would like me to do more readings, but it already takes up like a couple of hours every day. So to get all my social media stuff up and running. So anyway, Scorpio, let us see. We're going to use the Rider-Waite Tarot. Card is Scorpio energy. The Tower is a card that a lot of people get frightened of. I love the Tower. I think it's a fabulous card. What it really means, and I guess the depiction isn't so exciting, it shows two people being thrown out of a tower that's been hit by lightning. Now, the traditional meaning of the Tower card, it talks about some sort of change being made because maybe you haven't put the changes into place yourself, or because it's time to change something that has become stale. It can mean a change to the way you do things. It can mean a change in something more logical or solid, like a relationship. It can mean, that sort of being told that you can't no longer rent the house that you're in. So it can be quite sudden. For me, the Tower is so important because it says what you've built on is a faulty foundation. What you've built something on is faulty, and you need to clear it away and go back to the beginning, start again and do it differently. So for me, often this card can materialize as epiphany moments, wake up calls, realizations. And those moments where you just, I see it all the time in a very loose way on social media when people go, how old were you when you realized this? And you think, wow, I've never realized that. And I guess even now at my age, I'm still going, wow, I just never realized that. So for me, it means a change that's coming that's going to be so much better once you get the new thing off the ground. You're rebuilding something. So whatever this is, it's going to create victory. So I like this because it's almost like you're going to see something, and because you're going to see something for the first time, it's going to be something amazing. Now, what I feel like here, I love to give sort of examples. When you wake up one day and you think, I just cannot do that job anymore. I don't like going to work. I'm really unhappy. I don't want to be around the people there. It's really toxic, whatever. And you've been going along trying to shield yourself from it. And you can make the decision one day to get up and say, right, that's it, I'm not going back, go and hand in my notice. Or sometimes the universe can step in and you go to work, and your workplace is, for some unknown reason, going through some sort of change and you're offered a redundancy. That's the universe intervening. But whatever way this is coming at you, it's something good. All right, so we have a King of Swords coming through. So it could be here that you're going through some sort of legal, yeah. Okay, let's just take this idea first off. Maybe you've been fighting something out in court. Maybe you've been fighting, maybe it's been really, really difficult. You've been struggling, you're stressed out, and then all of a sudden the decision goes in your favor. And you're like, I can't believe it. It was already in my favor. I've already found out that whatever it was I was already doing the right thing. But you've questioned yourself and pushed yourself and tried all these different approaches and they haven't really worked. So I feel like you are moving away and moving towards something so much better, because we do have the Wheel of Fortune here. So it's like things are now going in your favor. For some of you here, you could be dealing with a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius person. And I feel like whatever's going on here, perhaps you've been trying to win somebody over. Perhaps you've been dealing with somebody here that hasn't really seen you, noticed you, or really sort of taken something up with you. And I feel like here you're being given an opportunity for something to change. So maybe that epiphany moment there is this person finally seeing you for the first time, or finally noticing you in a way that you want to be noticed. All right, let's get into the reading. Okay, so we have the Three of Swords coming straight out. You know, I remember somebody doing a reading for me probably about 20 years ago and saying, oh, we've got the Three of Swords here. It's not my favourite card. Well, it's not many of our favourite card, really. The only good thing about the Three of Swords is sometimes it can mean that something happened in the past and it's so you're getting past it now. The Three of Swords does talk about pain and heartbreak. The fact it has three swords in it always makes me think that something's coming between two people, or are there three people involved in a situation. But moreover, for me, it can be about poor communication, not being sort of told something, which has caused you a great deal of pain. Sometimes you can get this in readings and it can talk about, you know, operations and surgical stuff, but I don't sort of pay too much attention to that when I'm doing general readings. I feel like here there's some sort of pain of the past here that's created something in you that needs to be cleared from your energy. So sometimes we can have pain from a relationship and we find it hard to shift. But then when something can happen that can shift that, it can change and be life-changing for us. For me, this may even be somebody communicating something to you to make you think about something differently. I guess that's why for many of us, counselling is a really good option if you've come through something painful. But I feel like here with that Tower card, that maybe something is about to be shown to you that you couldn't see before because it's shifting your energy. All right, and we've got somebody rushing in here. Again, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. I feel like here, maybe you've had some sort of, it might be just a crush, but it may have been that you've had some sort of dealings with somebody who has perhaps, I don't really want to say rejected because I don't like the idea of rejection. Or the word rejection. I feel that it's more appropriate for us to say that this person did not choose you for whatever reason. Now, it could have been a really reasonable explanation. They could have been in another relationship. They may not have felt attracted to you at the time. It may have just been wrong place, wrong time. But I feel like whoever this is now coming in with some sort of explanation or some sort of apology here. So that sword is racing towards this Three of Swords. So I feel like this person is coming in to put something right. It could be an apology, but it looks like they're making something right that perhaps wasn't left right in the past. And we have got Cancer coming through here as well. Now, the Chariot is a card that talks about having all your forces aligned in order to move forward. So if your sphinxes or your horses or whatever you've got aren't moving in the same direction, the chariot can't go forward. And we often see the chariot with the two horses going in opposite directions. This chariot is not moving at all. So that says to me there's been some sort of situation in the past that has not moved forward. It's stayed where it has. And I feel like a lot of this is because of the pain that this situation caused you in the past. But I feel like somebody's coming in with an offer now. You know, I want to say something because sometimes people say, oh, who'd want somebody back from the past, you know, and I think none of you really know people's stories or why people have ended up in those situations. Yeah, there's probably a lot of people that wouldn't want somebody back from the past. Maybe they've caused them hurt and pain, you know, or some sort of disaster. But a lot of the time it's not like that. You know, people meet people, they're friends with people, somebody moves on and goes overseas, somebody gets married when they're in, that person's in love with them. There are lots of reasons why it's not such a bad thing to want somebody back from your past. So I feel like we're wrong to cast judgment on that. I feel like it's up to the individual what they want and where they're coming from. It's really nobody else's business. But gee, we all make it our business. All right, so Two of Pentacles coming through, being followed by the Strength card, Leo energy coming through with the Nine of Swords. Something created some sort of issue or problem in the past. I can see that quite clearly here. And I feel like somebody wants to put that right. I do feel, even though there are not a lot of cups here, I do feel this is more of a romantic situation rather than any sort of other situation. I do feel that there has been some sort of, maybe you had a friendship with somebody in the past and they were not able, or I don't think they saw you. Can that make sense? You know, you can be friends with somebody for a long time and not really see who they are. Or not really understand your feelings for them or where you're at in your life. And I feel like this is what's coming through. But you see, the Strength card for me sort of tells me that a lot has changed. So either you've gone through a lot of change or your person has gone through a lot of change. And I feel like somehow or another, they are ready to offer you something more. All right, so we have the Five of Wands coming through. Oh, lovely. Nine of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. All right, now I have the 3 at the beginning and the 3 at the end. So I'm almost sure now that you're dealing with somebody who's in another situation. I feel like your person may have walked away from a third party situation now, and they may be ready to offer you something. Let's just go back and I'll put a few more cards on it. Your epiphany moment, your moment. This moment could be somebody just walking back into your life after you haven't seen them for a period of time. Maybe they're making contact with you, but something here is going to blow your socks off. All right, we do have the Victory card coming through. I feel like your person here, if they're not a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, could be somebody here just ready to talk, ready to speak up. They definitely are coming in as king status, which means that you're dealing with somebody here who's probably put in a lot of work. I feel like your person may have moved away from something. You may have moved away from something. Is it possible that you've left a relationship and now this person's coming towards you? So I do feel that there was pain created in the past. I feel like there's somebody here who wants to move forward but is a little bit stuck at the moment, maybe not really sure how you're going to receive this. I do see an offer being made, and I do see some hesitation on your behalf in terms of where you're at on your journey. I feel like your person more than likely has either separated from somebody, walked away from somebody, or left somebody behind. I'm almost sure with 2 3s in the reading that we're talking about somebody who may have been married or committed in the past and unable to commit to you. All right, 10 of Cups coming straight out on that with the Magician. And that Tower coming around again. Okay. So, and the Eight of Wands. Somebody is coming in here with communication. I have to say to you, I feel like with the Magician here, this person has worked their way back to you. I feel like you've been manifesting as well. So there's a real feeling here. Both of you have been putting in a very, very similar energy. I do feel with the Tower, it may be a bit of a shock. This person coming out of the blue or sort of bouncing something on you out of the blue. But I feel this person's after their Ten of Cups with you. So communication coming through here with the Eight of Wands. Sometimes for me, the eights represent the Eight of Time. 8 days, 8 weeks, 8 months. Let's not hope it's 8 years, but it could have been for you. Who knows? This person could have stepped straight out of your past here. All right, it's time to take action. New moon in Aries. Let's see what our card tells us. Oopty-doody. I've got one too many. Yeah, or backwards then for some reason. A flame is lit. A wonderful new start beckons and you're on the right track. Drawing this card is a superbly positive sign if there's something you want to happen in your life. Take this card as a big yes from the universe. This is the time to really tune into your dreams. You may still have a long way to go after all, but you're on your way. Determination, self-assertion and bravery are called for, but the hot fire of Aries is driving you towards success in whatever endeavour you're asking about. Don't go too fast and forget your manners. Treat people well as you charge towards your goals. You'll create much better karma for yourself. So it says here, don't think of giving up, which is really good for that reading. Do your best and be happy with that. It says here a new male is coming into your life. So maybe for some of you, as I said, you haven't had a relationship with this person because of what happened in the past. So I do feel that love is on the cards for you here, Scorpio. May not be necessarily a male. It could be a female if you're a male watching. Don't sort of sit too closely on males and females in the tarot readings. Mostly we're talking about masculine and feminine energies. All right, I will leave you with that. Thank you for watching.